Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Apprisers. And today we have a very special guest today. Guess what? We have a current India player with us, Ulhas KS. Drum rolls. So he is the first player to ever play pro basketball in Europe, and he has also played for India and represented for the India World Cup Qualifiers, FIBA World Cup. Welcome, Ulhas. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's nice to be here at a podcast. I mean, Sean's missing. That's the only thing, but you're there, so it's fine.
So उल्लास ये बहुत लोगों का ड्रीम है टू प्ले फॉर इंडिया टू प्ले प्रो एंड स्पेशली टू प्ले basketball as a career full time, you know.
For sure, bro. For sure.
How does it feel like?
I mean, it's crazy to live your dream. I mean, you got to be blessed. I mean, I feel blessed because you don't get this opportunity so easily. And when I was a kid, मैंने सोचा था भाई खेलेंगे इंडिया खेलेंगे, कभी सोच भी नहीं पाया था प्रोफेशनल खेलना है NBA, ये सोचा था बस when I was in 3rd or 4th grade. तो अब मैं एक्चुअली प्रोफेशनली खेल रहा हूँ एंड आई प्लेइंग फॉर द कंट्री, सो उससे बड़ी चीज़ कुछ है ही नहीं मेरे लिए. सो आई एम रियली ब्लेस्ड दैट आई एम एबल टू डू व्हाट आई लव.
यार काफ़ी लोग ये सोच रहे होंगे कि एक इंडिया प्लेयर की लाइफ होती कैसी है. सो तुम अपनी लाइफ लाइक डेली रूटीन कैसे स्टार्ट करते हो, क्या होता है तुम्हारी रूटीन में?
सो उठते ही पहली चीज़ तो है कि आफ्टर एवरीथिंग योगा पहले योगा करा एंड देन 1 hour आई बी मेडिटेटिंग डूइंग दिस दैट योगा में जो भी होता है सब करा. हैड माई लिटिल ब्रेकफास्ट एंड देन कुछ टाइम बाद ट्रेनिंग. जाते ही पहला दिन शुरुआत ट्रेनिंग के बाद फिर बाकी जो करना है कर सकते हैं. सो यू बेसिकली ट्रेन अराउंड 2 to 3 times a day. सो दैट्स वाई यू गॉट टू स्टार्ट अर्ली कि जितनी जल्दी शुरू करोगे उतनी ट्रेनिंग सेशंस हो जाते हैं एंड यू गेट इनफ रेस्ट एज वेल in between so that you can train again and give your best. It's all about getting better every day. तो उसके लिए जो भी कर सकते हो हम लोग करते हैं.
Since you are the first player to ever play pro in Europe,
Yeah.
you know, that's again, you know, another dream for basketball people.
For sure. And actually the story is quite crazy and amusing. So basically prior to this I was playing in UK, and even in that I was the first Indian to play at college level there. So I was playing have you heard of NBL? ENBL?
Yeah,
England's National Basketball League.
Yes.
So I was playing that for the University of Westminster. So because I played that's the reason I was eligible to play in the European League.
Wow, man.
So that was one of the biggest reasons why I played that.
So how did you get there?
So if you want to go back to my story, like
Of course, I mean
fast back, जो भी मतलब थ्रो बैक बिल्कुल पीछे जाना है तो मैंने एक्चुअली क्रिकेट चुना था like any other
Indians.
So when I was in 3rd or 4th grade, I remember मेरी स्कूल टीचर ने कहा कि कौन सा स्पोर्ट तुम्हें खेलना, आउटडोर एक्टिविटी एक चुननी ही पड़ेगी. So I said cricket. She said बहुत सारे लोग हैं. I mean population तो हमारी है ही इतनी, बहुत सारे लोग हैं. I said then football. Full. Then मैंने कहा चलो और क्या, मेरे दिमाग में कुछ आनी, मैं वॉलीबॉल. Even that's full. मैंने कहा कुछ बच गया है, कोई आउटडोर स्पोर्ट कुछ है जो मैं खेल सकता हूँ. बास्केटबॉल. मैंने कहा वो क्या होता है. This was it. No one knew what basketball was at that time. At least not me. तो मैंने कहा बास्केटबॉल चलो ट्राई करते हैं. गया खेला, 3 दिन में मेरे को टीम में ले लिया बिकॉज आई कुड रन, आई वॉज एक्टिव, ये सब तो ले लिया. फिर खेला एंड देन वहाँ से पैशन बनने लगा धीरे धीरे. एंड देन 6th grade में स्कूल टीम का कैप्टन बनाया जूनियर्स के लिए. वो तो ऐसे करते फिर मैंने स्कूल चेंज करा 9th में व्हेन आई एक्चुअली गॉट सीरियस कि आई कैन एक्चुअली यू नो व्हेन आई सॉ आई कैन डू लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स इन बास्केटबॉल एंड आई वाज गेटिंग रिकॉग्नाइज्ड. आई वाज लाइक बास्केटबॉल के लिए स्कूल चेंज करते हैं. So I went to GD Goenka in 9th, Vasant Kunj में. So there I played, I got tryout हुआ, टीम में घुस गया. Then 9th में खेला, वहाँ सीखा बास्केटबॉल और बेटर लोग मिले, you know, बेटर कंपटीशन मिलते you get better, you learn more things. तो वहाँ बेंच था मैं काफ़ी टाइम. बेंच पे ही था, 12th मैन लिटरली, सीनियर टीम में तो 12th मैन ही। तो मेरा मेन काम था पानी देना और स्कोर शीट भरना। और मैं उन्हें देख रहा हूँ मैच के बीच में कि लेअप लाइंस में वो जा रहे हैं, मैं यहाँ स्कोर शीट भर रहा हूँ। सो वो सारा आई वाज जस्ट टेकिंग इट इन फ्रॉम बीइंग अ कैप्टन टू जस्ट डूइंग दैट। इट हम्बल्स यू दैट ओके देयर इज बेटर कंपटीशन आउट देयर, यू हैव टू वर्क योरसेल्फ। तो बढ़ते 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 मैं टेकिंग इट एज अ फ्यूल। तो आई स्टार्टेड वर्किंग ऑन माई सेल्फ। यहाँ यूट्यूब से वीडियोज़ देख रहा हूँ, जैसे अब अभी बच्चे जो हर कोई कर रहा है, यूट्यूब में वीडियो देख रहा हूँ और क्या कर सकता हूँ, ये क्या कर सकता हूँ, एक्स्ट्रा वर्क डाल रहा हूँ, ये कर रहा हूँ, सब कर रहा हूँ। इवेंचुअली आई गॉट मोर चांस। फिर धीरे धीरे स्टार्टिंग 5 में आया, टीम कैप्टन बना, फिर MVP जीता स्कूल में। एंड देन व्हाट चेंज इज आई प्लेड अंडर 19 दिल्ली नेशनल्स। तो वहाँ जब मैं वो खेला तो आई वाज लाइक ओके आई टुक इट टू अनदर लेवल नाउ। तो अब मैं और भी कुछ कर सकता हूँ इसमें अगर मैं चाहूँ तो, बट यहाँ रह के नहीं होगा। इंडिया में रह के मैं खुद से कितना ही सीख लूँगा।
राइट।
सो मास्टर अंडर ग्रेजुएशन डिग्री भी करनी थी। सो व्हेन द टाइम केम आई कुड हैव जॉइंड DU, बट
मोस्ट पीपल
डू। दैट्स द मेन थिंग। बास्केटबॉल मतलब DU चलते हैं
स्पोर्ट्स के लिए।
हाँ, स्पोर्ट्स के लिए। एंड बिकॉज आई वाज क्वालिफाइड फॉर इट इन टर्म्स ऑफ स्पोर्ट्स कोटा, मेरे को अच्छा कॉलेज मिल जाता। बट एज लाइक सिर्फ बास्केटबॉल अगर मेरे को प्रॉपरली करना है तो बाहर जाना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि दिस इज़ नॉट अ इंडियन स्पोर्ट, इट्स एन अमेरिकन स्पोर्ट।
करेक्ट।
एंड यूरोप में और इन जगहों में, UK इन जगहों में ज़्यादा खेला जाता है, खेला जा रहा है इंडिया से। सो इट्स लाइक इफ़ आई गो आउट आई कैन एक्चुअली सी व्हाट इट इज़ अबाउट। तो फिर मैं गया UK। मेरे को मिला अपने पढ़ाई के बेस पे, जो मेरे बोर्ड्स में मार्क्स आए थे उसके बेस पे मैं UK पहुंचा, लंदन में यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ वेस्टमिंस्टर करके। सो दैट्स वेयर आई प्लेड। सो ट्राई आउट हुए, सो
ओपन
ट्राई आउट जो होते हैं। सो वहाँ टीम्स भी, फर्स्ट टीम, सेकेंड टीम, थर्ड टीम, 3 टीम्स थी।
राइट।
सो ट्राई आउट में आई मेड द फर्स्ट टीम।
आई गेस बहुत कम स्पॉट्स होते हैं ना,
बहुत कम स्पॉट्स होते हैं, लाइक बिकॉज ऑलरेडी टीम ओवर द इयर्स बन रही है ना। सो इट्स लाइक फर्स्ट टीम में 3 स्पॉट 4 स्पॉट।
आई थिंक दे कॉल इट वॉक-ऑन्स
होते हैं कुछ। तो फर्स्ट टीम में 3-4 स्पॉट होंगे, सेकेंड टीम में ज़्यादा होंगे, 5-6 स्पॉट, थर्ड टीम में और ज़्यादा होंगे। सो आई मेड द फर्स्ट टीम। एंड फर्स्ट टीम में भी आई वाज समवेयर अराउंड 5th मैन, 4th मैन, 6th मैन के बीच में घूम रहा था। बट ट्राई आउट के एंड में मेरे एंकल मुड़ गया।
यार
कॉमन इंजरी जो बास्केटबॉल में होती है, एंकल मुड़ गया। सो नाउ द होल फर्स्ट सीजन आई वाज प्लेइंग विद एन एंकल इंजरी, एंड दैट एंकल इंजरी ट्रांसलेटेड टू लेफ्ट साइड राइट एंकल में लगा, लेफ्ट साइड ग्रोइन फिर इंजर हो गया, फिर लोअर बैक, फिर लाइक थ्रू आउट द होल ईयर।
बिकॉज़ पूरा वेट अगर आप आपकी बॉडी बैलेंस करने की कोशिश करें तो कहीं ना कहीं तो आपको मैनेज करना पड़ेगा।
एग्जैक्टली। अगर एंकल मेरा इतना स्ट्रांग इनफ नहीं है तो कुछ और कॉम्पनसेट कर रहा है।
बिल्कुल। सो वो पूरा कनेक्ट हो गया।
उस टाइम में तो पता नहीं, आई वाज व्हाट 18 और 19 था शायद। तो इतना नॉलेज नहीं था कि क्या करना है क्या नहीं। एंड वहाँ मैं अकेला हूँ, खाना भी मैं ही बना रहा हूँ, पढ़ भी रहा हूँ, ट्रैवल ये वो खेल भी रहा हूँ, सब खुद मैनेज कर रहे हैं सब कुछ। और उसमें फिजियो ये वो ढूंढना, अलग एक्सपेंस, हो सब कुछ मैनेज करते हुए चलना है। क्योंकि स्टूडेंट एथलीट, मैं कंप्लीट एथलीट नहीं हूँ कि मेरे को इसी के लिए पैसे मिल रहे हैं। पढ़ाई भी करनी है और वहाँ नई जगह, नई सिटी, सब नया। सो यू लर्निंग एवरीथिंग। सो इंजरीज होती गई। सो व्हाट हैपेंड इज दिस वाज विदाउट नोइंग, इवन दो आई हैड अ गुड ट्रेनर एंड एवरीथिंग। अगर मैं ज़्यादा रेस्ट ले लेता मेरे को शिफ्ट कर देते सेकेंड टीम में, थर्ड टीम में। सो उसका ही प्रेशर था। तो खेल रहा था, इतना खेल रहा था कि आई वॉज एबल टू सस्टेन माई सेल्फ, बट इतना नहीं कि आई कुड अपग्रेड माई सेल्फ टू अनदर लेवल। सो व्हाट हैपेंड इज जब ब्रेक आया दिसंबर में, आई केम बैक, रिकवर्ड माई सेल्फ, वेंट अगेन, प्लेड रियली वेल, एंड इतना अच्छा खेला कि हम लोग क्वालिफाई हो गए दूसरे डिवीजन के लिए। तो अगले ईयर क्या हुआ, इट वेंट अप, मेरे को कैप्टन बना दिया टीम का। तो वहाँ से स्टोरी मेरी और क्योंकि जब कोच इतना अच्छा मिला, आई हैड सच अ गुड कोच, ही ट्रस्टेड इन मी इवन दो आई वाज इन इंजरी एंड आई डिडंट परफॉर्म एज ही एक्सपेक्टेड इन द स्टार्ट। ही पुट हिज ट्रस्ट इन मी, एंड ये बहुत मैटर करता है, हाउ अ कोच बिहेव्स विद यू एंड हाउ मच ही ट्रस्ट यू matters a lot, because even if you're not confident with your own game, if the coach trusts you, you have to play for him. And when you play for a coach, you give your all that. अगर मेरा कोच मेरे को समझ रहा है मैं कर सकता हूँ तो नेचुरली आ जाता है, तो मैं तो कर ही सकता हूँ। इतना कॉन्फिडेंस देता
कॉन्फिडेंस
है.
मिल जाता है.
So he gave me that kind of confidence, and in my second year he gave me captaincy and this that. So under my captaincy we won championship. So one thing led to another, and then सबसे बड़ा difference जो यहाँ के बास्केटबॉल में और वहाँ के बास्केटबॉल में है, the biggest difference is system basketball. What I mean by that is, यहाँ पर when I played basketball in my high school, you will have a, you know, ये बंदा स्कोर करता है, इसको बॉल दे दो. तो मैं
There's always one guy in the team who scores.
एंड जो भी तुम्हारा इंडियन कोच है वो बोलेगा कि भाई इसे ही खिलाना है मेनली, इसके थ्रू ही बाकी सब चलेगा, which makes sense.
This happens at a very lower level. यहाँ पर districts में होता है.
हाँ, districts में.
But not India, right? India में थोड़ा similar game चलता है जैसा तुम बता रहे हो.
नहीं, इंडिया टीम में तो अलग ही गेम चलता है. Here what I'm talking about जो district level और इस एरिया में ये होता है, जो वही हाई स्कूल लेवल वही कह रहा हूँ मैं, कि यू विल हैव अ गो टू गाय, उसके लिए प्ले बनेंगे और वो मारेगा. एंड पॉइंट गार्ड इज़ अ फीडर बुलाते हैं उसे, जो फैसिलिटेट करता है गेम. तो आई प्लेड पॉइंट गार्ड. माई जॉब वॉज बॉल ऊपर लाओ और उसे पास दे दो, वो बनाएगा तो बनाएगा. दैट वॉज द गेम. कोई और प्लेयर का इतना मायने नहीं था जितना एक दो प्लेयर का था, एंड थ्रू देम सारा गेम चलता था. बट सिस्टम में नहीं, आए बॉल मिली स्कोर पे चले गए, नहीं गई, ऐसा था. बट इन यूके इट्स डिफरेंट. यू विल हैव प्लेस. पॉइंट गार्ड कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट जॉब. मेरे को पूरा अपना गेम बदलना पड़ा. पॉइंट गार्ड को कम से कम 18 से 20 प्ले याद करने पड़ते हैं.
Like memorize.
Like you should know where you have to be on the court at all times, and you should know all the other 4 players where they need to be, so that you can. पॉइंट गार्ड का काम है डिक्टेट करना पूरा गेम. तो मैं डिक्टेट कर रहा हूँ, तू कहाँ जाएगा. तो प्लेज लाइक लेट्स से हॉर्न्स सबसे फंडामेंटल और सबसे बेसिक प्ले है. ऊपर डबल स्क्रीन लगेगी. लाइक आई डोंट वांट टू गो इनटू टेक्निकलिटी ऑफ इट बिकॉज इट टेक अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम, बट यू विल हैव टू नो वेयर यू नीड टू स्टैंड, वेयर यू नीड टू गो. एंड इफ़ यू आर अ रियली गुड प्लेयर एंड हाई IQ बास्केटबॉल में, सिस्टम बास्केटबॉल में, इफ़ यू आर एबल टू स्कोर, यू कैन प्ले एनी बास्केटबॉल इन द वर्ल्ड. Because system basketball में you need to know where you need to be, at the same time where you need to go, and doing all that you need to be able to score out of that. So let's say अगर मेरे को राइट जाना था और वो कटने वाला है, वो कटा, अगर वो फ्री नहीं हुआ तो नेक्स्ट ऑप्शन क्या है, और अगर उसमें मेरा बन रहा है तो मेरे को अपना भी देखना है, किसी और का भी देखना है, वो सब नहीं हुआ तो नेक्स्ट क्या है. सो कंटिन्यूसली यू विल हैव टू टेक डिसीजंस विद इन 0.5 seconds, एंड सब कुछ देखते हुए तुमने अगर स्कोर कर दिया या तुमने किसी और को स्कोर करवा दिया, देन यू आर अ गुड प्लेयर. इंस्टिंक्ट्स 0.5 सेकेंड में हाउ गुड यू आर एबल टू टेक अ डिसीजन. 3 ही डिसीजन होते हैं, या तो यू पास, यू शूट और यू ड्राइव इन. एंड इनमें सारी गेम चलती है. बट टू डू इट विद इन द सिस्टम इज़ कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट. प्लेस के बीच में तुम्हें डिसाइड करना अलग ही होता है, और एज अ पॉइंट गार्ड तुम्हें डिफेंस पहले देखना पड़ता है कि डिफेंस कैसा है, एंड उसके ऊपर तुम्हें फिर प्ले डिसाइड करना पड़ता है. 18 प्ले में से एक प्ले तुम बताओगे जो वर्क करेगा.
और वो भी 18 कौन सा वर्क करेगा बेस्ड ऑन द सेटिंग
ऑफ द
डिफेंस का.
while the man is pressing you, while you're getting the ball up, you need to be able to see the whole thing.
And then
इतनी बॉल हैंडलिंग होनी चाहिए कि तुम्हें पता है बॉल नहीं छीनेगी. एट द सेम टाइम यू विल टू सी दैट.
हाँ, बिकॉज यूके में तो फुल कोर्ट प्रेस चलता है. तो तुम्हें हाफ कोर्ट से पहले ही मिल जाएगा डिफेंस, और तुम्हें 8 सेकंड क्रॉस करना है.
एग्जैक्टली.
And that tough. That's tough.
Doing that, if you're able to, देखो अगर तुम पॉइंट गार्ड हो एंड यू आर डूइंग दैट, स्कोरिंग विल टेक अ टोल, बिकॉज यू विल बी गार्डिंग डिफेंसिवली पूरा, और ऑफेंसिवली यू आर रनिंग द होल थिंग. यू नीड टू मेक श्योर दैट ऑल योर टीममेट्स आर इन्वॉल्व. एंड सिस्टम बास्केटबॉल में वो हो ही जाता है अपने आप. यहाँ के बास्केटबॉल में जो हाई स्कूल लेवल पे है वो नहीं हो सकता. वो एक बंदा ही मारता है, पर वहाँ पर सिस्टम में सब लोग इन्वॉल्व रहते ही हैं. एंड सबसे बड़ी बात है, यू कैन बी द बेस्ट 1-on-1 प्लेयर ऑन अर्थ, बट सिस्टम बास्केटबॉल इन द सेंस कि हाई लेवल पे, हाईएस्ट लेवल पे डिफेंस इतना अच्छा होता है कि 1-on-1 का मैटर नहीं करता. हेल्प डिफेंस इतना अच्छा होता है, इतना एक्यूरेट होता है, तुम नहीं खेल सकते.
राइट.
यू हैव टू बी एबल टू प्ले विद द टीम. यू विल हैव टू बी अ ग्रेट टीम मेट टू बी एबल टू प्ले, like to able to play at that level.
And what I sense from your knowledge right now is you have to play defense well.
Oh yeah, that's the main thing. That's everything.
Yeah, that's everything. Because मैंने तुम्हारी जाने से पहले की फोटोज देखी हैं and अब की देखी हैं. You have gained a lot of muscle.
Yeah,
You know, you have gained a
Have
lot
to.
of muscle weight.
या फॉर बास्केटबॉल तो करना ही पड़ेगा. सो मसल वेट बढ़ाने का रीज़न है, वंस यू गोइंग टू अनदर लेवल, इफ़ यू वांट टू टेक इट टू अनदर लेवल, यू नीड टू हैव अ लिटिल साइज ऑन यू टू बी एबल टू टेक द हिट्स, गिव द हिट्स,
Yeah.
and at the same time, you know, not be afraid of taking the ball in or doing such, because I'm 6'1", मैं जब अंदर जाऊंगा एक 7 फुट का आदमी खड़ा रहेगा,
Right.
या 6'5", 6'8", वो मेरे को ब्लॉक करने की कोशिश करेगा. टू बी एबल टू टेक द कॉन्टैक्ट एंड फिनिश, नीड सम मसल साइज.
How physical is the game there? How much physical? Like literally, मतलब कितना पुश करना पड़ता है, बिकॉज गेम में जब हम लोग वीडियोस देखते हैं तब तो कुछ ना पता नहीं लगता, बट व्हेन यू आर इन द गेम
यू नो,
तब पता लगता है कि यहाँ खाया है.
तो जो फुल कोर्ट प्रेस कर रहा होता है, 4 कोनी तो वहीं पड़ जाती है बॉल लाते लाते. ये सब कोनी खाते हुए गेम चल रहा होता है, पता नहीं लगता, इट विल बी सटल.
Yeah.
And apart from that, when you're taking it to the hoop, you'll get hit for sure. And बहुत फिजिकल है, बिकॉज यूके में यूरोपियन स्टाइल बास्केटबॉल चलता है, तो फिजिकल बहुत रहता है, डिफेंस बहुत फिजिकल रहता है. एंड उसमें स्टोरी आई कैन टेल यू, टीम प्रैक्टिस ही चल रही है, बस टीम प्रैक्टिस, माई ओन टीम प्रैक्टिस. सो आई हैव माई बॉय एफ्रा. हम लोग पूरी प्रैक्टिस होने के बाद जनरल ऐसे 1-on-1 खेल रहे थे टू गो एट इट. मैं खेल रहा हूँ, उसने वो मूव मार रहा था मेरे पे, मैं पूरा गार्ड कर रहा हूँ प्रॉपर, टाइट होके छाती पे वो कोनी मार रहा है, वो सब चल रहा है. दिस इज़ नॉर्मल प्रैक्टिस, दिस इज़ हाउ वी प्रैक्टिस, वी गो ऑल आउट इन प्रैक्टिस एज वेल. उसने स्पिन मूव मारा, ड्रिबल मारी, उसने ये घुमाया, एल्बो मेरे दांत पे लगी, मेरा दांत चिप होकर निकल गया और अंदर चला गया. एंड मैंने कहा ये क्या हुआ, प्रैक्टिस में ही मार दिया मेरे को. एंड देन उसके बाद नाउ यू हैव टू गेट बैक ऑन, लाइक उसने मार दिया, आई हैव टू गेट बैक एट हिम, नॉट इन अ वे टू हर्ट हिम, बट आई कांट बैक डाउन. सो वापस गए, एंड देन आई स्टॉप्ड हिम, आई वाज लाइक लेट्स प्ले, नथिंग हैपेंड, बिकॉज दर्द तो हो रहा था, बट उसे रोकना ज़रूरी है उस टाइम में. सो दैट क्रिएट्स अ मेंटल टफनेस इन यू एज वेल. इट्स नॉट जस्ट फिजिकल, मसल में ना आकर सब कुछ नहीं हो जाता, यू हैव टू बी मेंटली टफ इनफ to be able to play at that level. And सबसे बड़ी चीज़ which is not here but there, trash talk. You're brown, you're nothing, bro, brown kids can't jump, you can't play, this is not for you.
Yeah, you hear a lot of things like that.
तेरे मुंह पे बोलेंगे वो, while I'm dribbling the ball, he's telling me I'm shit. And that gets me going. First time it happened, I was like, मेरे से लड़ क्यों रहा है ये? मैं तो यहाँ से वहाँ गया, मैंने कभी एक्सपीरियंस ही नहीं करा, मैं लड़ क्यों रहा है मेरे से, ये से लड़ क्यों रहा है, मैंने ऐसा क्या कर दिया. देन आफ्टर दैट वन मैच आई वेंट अप टू हिम, आई वाज लाइक व्हाई यू टॉकिंग टू मी लाइक दैट, व्हाट हैपेंड. नो ब्रो, आई जस्ट ट्रैश टॉक एंड डैब्ड अप एंड एवरीथिंग. तब समझ आया कि ये ट्रैश टॉक तो बस कल्चर है, इन अ वे टू रैम्प अप द कॉम्पिटिशन, टू गेट इन योर हेड. देन आफ्टर दैट एवरी टाइम ट्रैश टॉक हैपेंड, मेरे मुंह पे एक स्माइल रहती है. तो बोल रहा है, मजा आ रहा है भाई, बोल कुछ ऐसा बोल, आई नीड दैट फ्यूल बन जाता है अपने आप.
कभी हिंदी में रिप्लाई नहीं किया?
हिंदी में कुछ बोलने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ी, उसे समझ नहीं आएगा ना. उसे
तो
ऐसा
तो
कुछ उसे ऐसा कुछ बताना है जो उसे समझ आए, तब मजा आएगा. तो ऐसे बहुत बोला है, बहुत वहाँ सीखा है, बहुत ट्रैश टॉक करा है, बट वो कल्चर अभी भी यहाँ नहीं है. आई कैन टेल यू दिस मच.
आई गेस वो पॉजिटिव कल्चर में बिल्डअप हो जाता धीरे धीरे.
हाँ, लाइक that's not taken as an offense there, it's a part of the game. यहाँ अगर मैं ट्रैश टॉक करूँ, 4 बंदे बुला लेंगे, मारेंगे तुम्हें. यहाँ वो चीज़ नहीं हो सकती. और इवेंचुअली इफ दे अंडरस्टैंड दिस, it'll happen. बट लेट्स से इफ आई नो अ प्लेयर, जैसे मेरे एक टीममेट ही है जो मेरे साथ कैंप में था, ये वो है, अगर मैं अभी सीनियर नेशनल खेलने जा रहा हूँ, मैं उसके साथ ट्रैश टॉक कर सकता हूँ, बिकॉज ही नोज आई डोंट मीन एनी हार्म, आई एम जस्ट डूइंग इट गेम के टाइम कॉम्पिटिटिव होने के लिए. दैट इज फाइन. बट अदरवाइज इफ आई डू इट विद एनीवन एल्स, दे विल थिंक आई एम बीइंग एरोगेंट एंड आई एम टॉकिंग ट्रैश इन अ रॉन्ग वे टू यू नो get them like beneath me.
Yeah.
So they'll take it in a wrong way and it might lead to something else. So it's better to not do it to someone who already thinks it's something wrong. वो एक मज़े वे में लेगा तो बात अलग है. तो यहाँ देखना पड़ता है कि कौन लेगा कौन नहीं लेगा. वहाँ हर कोई करता है. एंड जैसे मैं प्रोफेशनल लेवल पे यूरोप गया, नाउ बिकॉज आई प्लेड इन UK for 3 years, I know what's gonna come towards me when I play professional in Europe because it's almost the same. बट वहाँ भी एक नई चीज़ हुआ मेरे साथ, मतलब कम्प्लीटली नई चीज़ हुई। एक यहाँ से मैं वहाँ गया, यहाँ आई एम अ पॉइंट गार्ड राइट। मैं फीड करता हूँ, आई फैसिलिटेट द गेम एंड मैं डिसाइड करता हूँ कि कौन सा प्ले चलेगा ये हो। वहाँ गया, दे वांट मी टू बी अ स्कोरर।
अब वो वही
नाउ आई एम
कॉन्ट्रडिक्ट हो गया ना थोड़ा सा।
नाउ आई एम पास वर्स पॉइंट गार्ड ऑल माई लाइफ। मैंने 12 मतलब उस टाइम के हिसाब से 12 साल मैंने बस पॉइंट गार्ड खिला खिला के खेला। यहाँ तो खिलाते ही रहो, खिलाते रहो। आई डेंट स्कोर मच। यूके में आई वाज स्कोरिंग बट पास फर्स्ट कि अगर किसी का नहीं बना तो मैं बना रहा हूँ।
पूरा ऑपोजिट हो गया ना यहाँ।
वहाँ जाते ही दे वांट मी टू बी द मेन गाय हु शुड बी स्कोरिंग। अब इम्पोर्ट वहाँ क्या होता है यूरोप में, इफ यू आर इम्पोर्ट प्लेयर दे एक्सपेक्ट यू टू स्कोर। वहाँ क्या होता है, अमेरिकन आते हैं डिवीजन 1 NCAA एथलीट्स। वो पहली बार था जब मैं मोल्डोवा गया। आई मेट अराउंड 6 or 7 एथलीट्स वो प्लेइंग NCAA। डिवीजन 1 के कुछ थे, डिवीजन 2 के कुछ थे। वो लोग सारे एथलीट्स वहाँ आए हुए थे और एक कनाडा से आया था डिवीजन 1 का एथलीट। तो दीज आर लाइक सो कॉल्ड प्रोडिजीज राइट। तो अब जो मैंने सुना, मैं उनसे तब खेल रहा हूँ। तो मैं जब वो खेल रहा था, दे वर क्रेजी क्विक, एलीट बाउंस, मतलब यहाँ खड़े खड़े वो कूद रहे हैं, मैं क्या हो रहा है। एंड इट्स कम्प्लीटली दे मेड मी पुश माई सेल्फ अलॉट। एंड मैं स्कोरर तो हूँ नहीं, जब गया था तब तो अब स्कोरिंग समझ रहा हूँ। ऑब्वियसली खेलना तो आता है, शूटिंग वूटिंग ये सब है, बट नाउ यू हैव टू डू इट द होल गेम। सो नाउ अमेरिकन एक पॉइंट गार्ड था, मैं स्कोरर बन गया हूँ। पॉइंट गार्ड भी खेल रहा हूँ बट स्कोरिंग मेनली। सो बिकॉज द कोच वांटेड मी एंड असाइंड मी दैट रोल, नाउ आई हैड टू डू इट एंड देयर वाज अ प्रेशर इफ आई डोंट। सो यूरोप में ये है, दे कट यू ऑफ द टीम if you're not good with your teammates, if you're disrespectful to the coach. How you behave on the bench, तेरा गंदा गेम गया तो अगर सर फोड़ रहा है और किसी को टीममेट को टैप नहीं कर रहा, तू चेयर उड़ा रहा है या तू किसी से बात नहीं कर रहा, यू जस्ट इन योर ओन जोन, यू नॉट अ पार्ट ऑफ द टीम देन ऑब्वियसली। इफ यू आर एंग्री, हाउ यू कंट्रोल योर इमोशन, हाउ बैलेंस यू आर। बेंच में अगर तुम्हारा अच्छा गेम भी नहीं हो रहा, when you're coming out, if you're dapping up the coach, if you're dapping up your teammates, you're cheering for the team or not, every single detail
Matters.
what you do on the bench matters, no matter who you are, what your role is on the team. Even if you're the star, if you're not good with your teammates and coach, if you're not polite or kind and doing everything that you can for the team, you're out. Even if you score 50 points, it doesn't matter. They care about every single detail, not just how you play basketball. So वो सब देखते हुए तुम्हें अपना स्कोर करना है, ही करना है। तो अगर एक भी अच्छा गेम नहीं भी खेलते तो उसका भी प्रेशर रहता है कि इफ़ यू डोंट काइंड ऑफ परफॉर्म, यू कैन बी कट फ्रॉम द टीम, दे विल जस्ट ब्रिंग इन समवन एल्स। सो यू हैव टू परफॉर्म कंसिस्टेंटली एवरी गेम यू हैव टू बी एबल टू परफॉर्म। तो वो एक प्रेशर, मेरे को प्रेशर बहुत मज़ा आता है जब ऐसा प्रेशर हो ना, तो it brings out something out of you which you didn't know you could do.
What was that maximum points you scored in that particular league? I guess 40 were points. That
नहीं 32
points.
32 points and that was semi-finals. So that I had flu, मेरे right ankle पे लग गई थी and ये सब होते हुए थोड़ा थोड़ा Achilles पेन हो रहा था because I've been playing for the season for like 2-3 months, right? तो back to back, and जब तुम्हें cold या कुछ होता है, your body already gives up.
Yep.
So your joints and everything is already prone to being injured. So that game where I scored 32, I was actually having all this. But I played because semi-final tha. It is like do or die.
Yeah.
So exactly that pressure. That pressure is what I love. कि जब pressure आता है ना तो मन करता है कि अब कुछ करना है भाई, pressure है, I have to win. When you have to,
things happen.
But it depends. प्रेशर से कुछ लोग डर भी जाते हैं कि भाई कैसे करूँगा, मेरे को ये हो रहा है, वो हो रहा है, आई एम हैविंग पेन, दिस दैट। ना, आई वाज लाइक नन ऑफ दैट, मामा मेंटालिटी।
Yeah, bro.
I have to play this game, I have to win for my team, it's not about me. And I didn't go into the game thinking I'll score that much. Whatever the game wanted me to do that day, whatever the team wanted me to that day, I did it. It happens automatically because you get into that zone. The more pressure you have, you can make that as a tool to be in that zone where you're not thinking anything, you're just letting the game come to you.
एक्चुअली व्हेन यू मेंशन्ड कि मेरे ना बहुत सारे दोस्त बने जिनको मैंने ट्रैश टॉक किया थे, वो समझने लगे कि तुम ट्रैश टॉक कर
हाँ
रहे हो तो
हाँ
यू डोंट मीन एनी हार्म, राइट?
या
So I just wanted to know, there might have been many fake friends, so to say, or and you know many real जो दोस्त जिनको बोलते हैं ना दिल से, तो मिले होंगे बहुत रास्ते में और डिफरेंस भी पता लगा होगा बिकॉज अब
हाँ
तुमने इतना
हाँ
एक्सपीरियंस ले लिया है, यू नो अब्रॉड खेल लिया, इंटरनेशनल 2 लीग्स खेल चुके हो, D1 प्रोफेशनल खेल चुके हो, अब इंडिया भी खेल रहे हो, यू नो अलॉन्ग द वे.
नहीं मतलब फेक फ्रेंड्स और रियल फ्रेंड्स इज आई विल से बहुत हैं, दोनों ही बहुत है. पर्सनली आई डोंट केयर हाउ रियल और हाउ फेक यू आर, इट्स अबाउट मी, हाउ आई एम विद यू. मैं अज्यूम कर लेता हूँ, दिस इज़ मी, आई अज्यूम दैट तुम मेरे सारे बहुत अच्छे दोस्त हो. आई डोंट सी हाउ यू आर विद मी, आई सी हाउ आई एम विद यू. दैट्स व्हाट आई फोकस ऑन. I am myself, I am my best with all of them, no matter who is fake or who is real. If you want to be fake, talk shit about me, go ahead. It's all up to you. If you want to be real, if you trust me, and if you want to build a relationship, it's up to you. But me, I'm not gonna change how I am based on how you behave with me. It's not gonna change. Never.
This is how you deal with hate.
Yeah. Hate, देखो सीधी सी बात है. I'll tell you something simple. When you hate on someone, you're releasing chemicals which are harmful to your own body.
Yeah.
You can get angry at me and you can say all you want, abuse me, whatever you do. You're creating the poison, drinking it, and expecting me to die. It's not gonna happen. So to whoever hates on me, I'll just say, तुम hate कर लो, कोई बात नहीं, तुम्हें ही harm हो रहा है. Because it doesn't bother me because I'm blissed out. It bothers them only. अगर मेरे बारे में बुरा भी सोच रहे हो, तुम्हारे ही इमोशन हेटफुल हैं and it'll harm you.
That's actually
So
true.
you rather love me if you want. If not, I mean, hating wouldn't do no good, neither to you, not to the universe.
Actually true. I mean, you have helped out a lot of people over there also.
Oh yeah. In my time in UK, so to the people who don't know, I've been doing yoga for like now I think 10 years and meditating every single day, no matter what. So I kind of have a mastery over it, and I've taught approximately I think over these years 200 people how to meditate,
Yeah.
or yoga. I mean, do you know what yoga means? I mean, most people think it's, stretching, flexibility, and this, that, but it actually means union of your mind,
Oh.
body, energy, and emotion. These are the 4 ways you perform action in the world. So it's about uniting them. So, see, for example, you're sitting here, you're with me, I'm talking to you, your body is here. Now, if you're thinking about something else, your mind is somewhere else. You feel something else. Your energy is dissipated. You cannot be truly present. To be truly present, all these 4 faculties need to be balanced and organized, and then you're in one place. कहते present में जियो. That's just thought. You सोच रहे हो तुम present. That won't happen. You have to work on all these 4, and these 4 are interconnected. But in yoga, you can work on all these 4 separately. So that'll help you be more focused, be more in balance, control, and you know how everything, you're a chemical soup basically. जब कोई डिप्रेस होता है या एंग्शियस ज़्यादा हो जाता है, when it goes beyond a point, they give you pills which help you be balanced.
Yeah.
That's basically changing your chemistry, changing your chemical imbalances. You can do that through yoga. Those breathing techniques that you have, meditation, physically doing, for example, Surya Namaskar or any physical activity, that changes your chemistry. When you're working out, when you're listening to music, you know how you feel good. That's just your chemical changes. That's all it is. So through yoga, these practices, methods help you kind of be more balanced, create a self-start machine where you're joyful by your own nature. You don't need something outside to be joyful.
You helped out only athletes over there or anyone?
Anyone can do it. See, if
I mean, everyone can do it, but those 200 people that you have helped,
yeah,
were they athletes or were they normal students over there?
students and athletes both.
Both.
So see, wherever I go, I make sure that whoever I am, I express myself to the fullest. And when that happens, yoga will happen. Because it's part of my life. It is my life.
I think we're gonna have a session very soon on yoga.
Yeah, so in that sense, I did teach people who were in, I had friends who were in severe anxiety and depressive states, and you know, also people who were really angry, had anger management issues, some people on pills as well.
Yeah.
So I made them understand what it is, and then उसके बाद मैंने उन्हें सिखाया what the methods are, and I told them do this in this way, particular way, because even if you do it for the wrong reasons, if you do it right, if you do the yoga right, no matter what the reason is, even if it's wrong, it'll work for you. It's just how you do it matters. And once you do it, मैंने उन्हें बोला बस एक महीने you give it a try, you take your pills, no issues, but do this. They kept doing it every day, every day, every day. Eventually, they were off the pills. Naturally, their own professional doctor said, ठीक है. And then they themselves didn't feel the need for it. They were off it.
I have this very important question in my mind right now regarding yoga and meditation itself.
Yeah.
For athletes specifically.
Yeah.
For basketball players who are aspiring to become, to play for India or maybe play pro.
Any
right?
athlete.
Any athlete.
Any athlete. You
right?
don't have to be basketball.
Yeah, any athlete. How does yoga or meditation play a role and how it helps to improve your game?
So, like I said, you know how there are pressures. Maybe your teammates are not good with you. Your coach is not good with you. You're not getting enough minutes. Everything outside of you is going wrong, basically. You might be injured as well. If this happens to you, a normal athlete or a guy who is not mentally tough enough will break down.
Yeah.
I mean, not just mentally tough enough, it does affect a lot of people. So, specifically athletes in any field, your performance nahi aa rahi for a consistent amount of time. There's so many outside situations which can affect you. When you start doing yoga and meditation, it's about being with yourself, understanding who you are, understanding what the nature of your system is, how it behaves, what it does, how you can generate, a peaceful and loving atmosphere or joyful atmosphere for yourself. If you're able to do it, if you're on a self-start machine, when you're not dependent on things. See, अगर मैं अभी इंडिया खेला हूँ तभी मैं खुश हूँगा. अगर ये सिस्टम है, you're kind of dependent on the external situation for your own well-being and happiness.
Yeah.
But in yoga, we look inwards. We change that. We make you from doing, then being, and then being happy. You're being happy and then doing the thing. So once you become a certain joyful and peaceful being yourself, then you go into anything you do, whatever you want, even if the world is ending, even if you're walking through hell, you'll be joyful. The external things will have zero to minimal impact on you. Even if things do go wrong, you'll be back at it. Usually people get disappointed and it takes a lot of time to come back. And then when they become motivated again, they go on to the path again. Imagine if you're not disappointed, or if you're disappointed, it's really less. The emotion is, it hasn't come in the, if you're disappointed, feel it completely. Don't ignore it. I'm saying to be able to go beyond it. Even if everything goes wrong, you're still okay, balanced, you're not disappointed. And even if it's really little, it doesn't affect you, it doesn't bother you that much. And now you can focus on your thing. You can focus on what you need to do. Instead of feeling all the, unpleasant feelings and taking days to recover, within a few minutes, you'll be back at what you're doing.
Yeah. This directly relates to, the focus which is required to be on the court.
Exactly. If
there will be like 1,000 people in the arena shouting at you. You have to stay focused in the game, right?
Exactly.
So I guess this helps.
Yeah, this helps in a big way. So instead of thinking about the future, so you know how people are anxious or depressed. This is basically memory. Anxious people are thinking about the future, assuming about something that has not happened yet, and feeling anxious. Depressed people are thinking about something that happened 10 years ago and feeling depressed right now. But both are missing out on the present.
Yeah, that's what we had a guest, Sheenu Chandna. She's a therapist. We just had a session with her
Okay.
right before this podcast started. We had a session discussing about mental health for everyone.
Okay.
She had the exact same words that you're saying right
Okay,
now.
I didn't know.
Yeah, being in the present,
Yeah.
focusing on the present, mindfulness and everything. Man, that was. I mean,
it gets you going because you learn about yourself when you're talking about that.
absolutely.
And that's the whole thing. Turning inward means that you understand how you behave, what you are, and who you are. Once you know who you are, nothing outside really affects you. And even if it does, it's okay. Once you do your meditation, you'll be back at it.
Yeah.
It's like, people use drinking, smoking, various other things to cope up with whatever they're dealing with. To deal with something, if you use this, eventually, like how when you go work out, you work out for a day, you don't see the results. Eventually, when you keep working out consistently, you start seeing the changes. It's the same with this. The more consistent you are with this, it's like if you do drinking, you drink more, and then you're just going away. Not dealing with what you have, but moving away from what you have to deal
Bad
with.
coping mechanisms.
Yeah. Or if you're smoking a lot,
Bad habits.
you
Building
might
bad habits.
Yeah, you can call it bad or you can call it a need for someone.
Yeah.
But the more you do it, in the end, it's harming you. It's not getting you in any better situation, right? In meditation, it's like this. The more you do it, yoga is this. Jitna karna hai karo. The more you do it, the more happier you become. It's like a drug which makes you better. But I don't want to label it as a drug. Sorry. But yeah, if you do it more, you'll be, and it has nothing to do with what religion you are.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with if you're spiritual or not. It's just about me. जैसे मान लो मैंने phone दिया. If you understand how to use it, you'll use it at your best. So this is also a machine. If you understand how to use it, what it's like user's manual दे दिया मैंने अगर how to use it. If I give you an option, you'll always keep it blissful, right? If I give you an option, कि खुश रहना है, दुखी रहना है, what will you choose? खुशी ना?
Khushi.
But it's not happening for many
Right.
because they haven't read how this works. So once you understand how this works, you'll naturally keep it in a nice way. You'll always keep it loving, happy, joyful. And then once you are like this, see, one of the most dangerous things, when you're alone,
Oh yeah.
when things are not going, a lot of people become lonely. There's a big difference between being alone and lonely. When you're lonely, you're depressed, सब कुछ सही नहीं चल रहा है, all kinds of negative things are going on in your head, stuff like that. See, if you're alone and lonely, if you're not able to, be happy when you're alone, you cannot be happy with anyone. That's a fact. If you're able to be joyful by your own nature when you're alone, and nothing, you don't have your phone, you don't have TV, nothing, you can be joyful. You can be joyful with anyone. Any relationship you hold will be held really well. And it's scientifically proven that when you're joyful, if you're in a happy, peaceful state, you work better.
Yeah.
So why won't you want to be in that state? And then if I'm telling you there is a way, you'll be dumb enough to not do it.
Do it. Yeah.
And don't even go by what I'm saying. Don't believe any of what I said. You go try it yourself. Do it for a month consistently. You see if you have changes, that's more than enough. You experience it by yourself and you'll know what it is. But when you do it the right way.
Well, actually, let's come back to our main topic. We got carried away with the mental health because it's a sensitive topic to me as well.
Yeah.
So let's.
Don't worry, I'll teach you some meditation and techniques before I leave.
I need it.
Everyone needs it, bro.
Yeah. So finally, let's talk about the the bull in the room. So your India selection.
Yeah.
Let's address that right now. Okay. How did this happen? You got selected for the senior national Indian team and you played in the India World Cup Qualifiers. World Cup Qualifiers, FIBA. So how did that happen?
So basically, once when I was playing in Europe, right? I was performing really well and doing well as a scorer. And now I understood how to score. Whenever I want, I can go score. So now I was putting up 25 points, 21 points, 24 points, 32 points, back to back, back to back. And the coach and everything. Everyone going, we won bronze as a team. My teammates were really good and everything went out perfectly well. My first professional career, I dropped 28, my first game. And from there, it was up. Now I understood how to score, it was up. Because when you're not playing as a point guard, you save a lot of energy to score. You save a lot of energy to score. Anyone playing point guard, if you're playing shooting guard, you have a lot of energy to score. Point guard, you don't have any energy left in the tank to score. You may have 10, 8, 11 at max. If you're playing shooting guard, you have enough energy to score 30. But yeah, coming back to this, I had a really good, first rookie year. So from there, I came back and I got a call to join the camp. Once I came back after a few months, and because I was already playing European style, I was playing in Europe and I was playing in UK and all that added to it, I was called, looking at my whole resume and how I performed recently. And the funny thing is, I didn't know how the camp training would be. The first thing I got a call, I was like, Indian national camp, national team. At first, for like 3-4 minutes, I was like, I didn't even think, because I never had a plan. I never had a plan to play for the country. Not in a negative way, but I just didn't think. I was like, now I'm getting better. I played at a high level. Now I want to go play even at a higher level. Maybe somewhere in Europe, or maybe in Spain, or maybe somewhere else. I never thought of playing for the country.
It was meant for you.
I was like, कि मेरे को better होना है. That's all that was in my mind. So where is the right place for me to get better is all I was thinking about. So I got a call. Now I'm thinking, जाऊँ या नहीं? Because I didn't know what it is, how the procedure is. I had no clue about Indian basketball. Because I was away for like 4 or 5 years. I was outside. I had no intentions or no knowing, nothing. I didn't know anybody on the national team. All I knew was Satnam Singh NBA में गया था, and then Amjot played for G League. That's all I know, because they are playing at that high level. So my dream has always been NBA and will be, and I'll give my best. It doesn't matter. So you can have your goal. I have this goal. I'll give everything I have, do everything I can possible to reach it. Reaching it or not is not the point. It's about the journey. The journey should be the best thing ever. You should enjoy your journey completely.
It feels good to be a part of Indian team, right? I mean, representing the country.
For sure. It's a big thing. So, coming back to this thing. So that's how I was called. Then when I went there, I saw that they play at the same level, like not same, but higher level as well. In the sense, they play system basketball. I wasn't expecting that. They play system basketball, having so many plays. The basketball I played is the same basketball.
In India?
In India. India, not everywhere in India, but the national team is all I'm talking about. India camp, national team. Senior Indian national team, and anything which is related to under 17, 19, 16, whatever it is, they play system basketball. When you play for the country, it's system basketball. It's a high level, because, like I said, the defense at the highest level is crazy. You can't play one-on-one. You may be able to beat your man, but there's another guy coming in for help, always. And for that helper, there is another helping guy who's gonna be there. कि एक help करा, दूसरा help करा, तीसरा help करा. They move like a wave. They're always together. So you can't be a one-on-one guy. You can be the best one-on-one, like I said, but तुम नहीं खेल पाओगे high level पे. If you understand system basketball, it's a team basketball. European basketball is a team basketball. सब इन्वॉल्व होते हुए, पूरा मूवमेंट होते हुए, मूवमेंट में जब वो खाली स्पेस बनेगी तब स्कोर करना है.
I guess there's a very important message here for the audience right now who aspires to play for the country or aspires to play system basketball anywhere in the league. India में हो या बाहर हो. So there's a very important message that, आपकी स्टोरी में वो है, जो अगर स्किप हो गया तो वो शायद मतलब बहुत नुकसान हो सकता है लोगों का जो सुन रहे हैं.
Definitely.
There's this message कि बाहर जाके खेलना won't make you a part of Indian team. Just because आप बाहर खेल के आए.
It's a fact.
Playing systematic basketball, system based plays and roles, understanding how system basketball works, and playing at that level will actually gain, you'll get attention because you have played that kind of basketball.
Exactly.
And then you'll be considered for the camp. Otherwise, as Ola said,
Oh.
even if you are killer at one-on-one basketball, you won't get selected.
Yeah, because it's like I can be all the professional I want in Europe, whatever I want. सब करके ही आया हूँ मैं. But when I go there, I still have to prove myself. It's not like मैंने वो करा है तो I deserve to be here. Once I am there, I still need to show that I can play.
Yeah.
And that's what the best part about it is. It keeps pushing you to become better. And it's like जब तुम one-on-one खेलते हो, you're all in your moves, doing this, that, सारे behind between सब करके तुम shot मार रहे हो. System basketball में इतना time नहीं होता. Because there's so many movements already. तुम्हें पता है कि भाई play is called, ठीक है, horn side call कर दिया, for example. Now the whole movement is happening. In that, if you start your own, dribbling and
all
stuff,
yeah,
everything crashes.
and तुम bench हो जाओगे.
Instantly bench. If you start playing one-on-one at a higher level, it's bench. Unless it's needed. So you need to be careful. So either in that system, if you're playing one-on-one, it should be needed. Like kuch bhi nahi chala, no play work. Now you have to go one-on-one. And if you go and if you're able to score consistently playing one-on-one at that level, then you're considered elite. So it's a risk. If you're able to score, ठीक है सब.
हल्का सा भी मिस हो गया
If you
crucial
miss,
time में,
if you're not able to, work it out, one-on-one नहीं खेल पाए, तुम bench हो, instant bench.
unless you have a good coach who understands how
Yeah,
you play.
understands you. Yeah, he understands that you have that capability.
Yeah,
You can do
I've
that.
seen you play
Yeah.
multiple times in the
It's about trust.
practice and all. Yeah, it's about trust.
So even that trust comes when you trust yourself that you can do that. But again, that's a rare thing.
Yeah.
That's a rare thing. I've seen a lot of players who are really good at one-on-one, who are scoring 30 points, 20 points at lower levels, but they don't get considered. When it comes to system basketball, they don't get the call. There's a reason, because the system basketball, to be able to score in general is different from to be able to score in a system. Because ऐसा होता है जब तुम जनरल स्कोरिंग करे जा रहे हो, बिकॉज वी आर नॉट टॉट एट अ लोअर लेवल, वी नॉट टॉट. उनकी भी गलती नहीं है. दे आर नॉट टॉट दैट सिस्टमैटिकली ऐसे खेलना है. दे आर द वंस हु आर स्कोरिंग, सो दे थिंक दे कैन स्कोर ऑन एनीवन. When they get to the higher level, you can't do that all the time. One-on-one भी higher level पे देख लो आप, you can go 1 time, 2 time, but it's morely pick and roll. Pick and 2-man game तो होता ही है, one-on-one होता ही नहीं है, rare होता है, lower level पे सिखाया नहीं जाता. So it's not even the guy's fault. So when he suddenly comes, अगर कैम में अच्छा खेला बुलावा, it's really hard for them to acclimatize to it. समझना कि भाई क्या चल क्या रहा है.
Right.
So other time तो why would the coach waste so much time on a player who doesn't understand? Because अगर तुम उस level पे आ रहे हो, it's expected that even if you don't know it, you have to be able to understand it quickly.
Actually, talking about this particular part, where role matters,
Yeah.
right? As a role player, I was talking to this guy. I won't tell you the name, but he asked me, भाई मेरा ना offense बहुत weak है, ठीक है, and he wants to get into the team. So I said, you know what, be a good defender.
Yeah.
I gave him a probability or a ratio. Let's say 100 people are trying out for a team.
Yeah.
12 get selected. Right? Out of those 100 people, 85 people will be based on offense.
Yeah.
They will be making offense. Out of those 15 people that are left, I guess out of those 15 people, those will be the guys who play good defense. But in a 12-man team, you'll need both offense and defense as well.
Yeah, you have to be
So
a two-way
out of those 15, if you are good at defense and you have decent offense, what's the probability? Out of those 15, you'll get a better chance at getting selected in the team.
For sure. I mean, one of the main things every coach wants is good defense.
Everyone is focusing on offense right now. Everyone wants to be Stephen Curry. Everyone wants to be Kyrie Irving right now, and make offenses and do stuff.
I mean, nothing wrong with that. I mean, you should be working on your offense.
But I mean, shouldn't they be practical enough to see what everyone's making offense? Let's work on defense, get into the team, and then make your way to the offense.
That's the thing. For someone who is already good at offense, he's like, okay, mera to ho gaya. I don't need to do defense. But then he doesn't understand. He becomes a defensive liability.
Yeah.
And then coach, when he sees that he's being a liability on defense, he'll take it out. तुम कितनी ही अच्छी shooting कर लो, कितना ही कर लो, even if you're scoring 15-20 points consistently, he'll take you out at some point because तुम्हारी liability की वजह से every time we are getting scored on.
Yeah, even if you score.
Yeah, so if you see the ratio, we are losing because of that. Even if you score 15, they are scoring 20 on us because you're being a liability.
Correct.
So if defensively you are strong at a higher level, defensively if you are good, and if you can be great, you are on the court, you'll get more minutes for sure.
I also told him, look at any role player in basketball.
Yeah.
Look at Draymond Green.
Mm-hmm. Oh, best
He's
example.
Best example right now. Best facilitator on court. I asked him, how many points does Stephen Curry score? 30 points, 40 points a game. How much points Klay Thompson scores? 25 points, 30 points again. Do you know why he scores? Why they score?
Yeah.
Why are they able to score? Because there's a facilitator who provides them the ball to score.
Exactly.
That's a role player.
Exactly.
Draymond Green is the perfect example for him. He's like, I didn't think about it. I'm like, bro, look at the game in from a different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Just offense and defense won't make you a good basketball player. Even if you are a good role player, you'll get into the team for sure.
So like I said, my role was to pass the ball first, make the plays happen, and do good defense in UK. Now the role changed. You have to be a good scorer. I need to be the score first guy. It changes team to team. So not just you being a role player, any role given to you, you need to see how you can fulfill that. Whatever the coach wants you to do, you got to be able to do that. Yeah. So if you ask me that I don't want any shots from you, I just want that you lock that guy down. That's all you have to do. Yeah. If you want minutes, that's all you need to do. You need to have an overall game, yes, but whatever the coach wants, if you're able to deliver that, that's the end of the game, because you are doing your part in the team, and that's what gives you more minutes. But in general, if you're a good defender, you'll get more minutes any day. You can, like you said, Draymond Green, like he scores like 5-7 exactly, maybe, but on defense
and
assists, mainly defense though, he gets so many stops that translates into fast breaks.
Yeah.
Every time you get a stop, there is another opportunity to score.
Yep.
But if you're not getting a stop, even if you score 1,000, it doesn't matter, because you're still getting scored on.
Yeah.
The only way to win the game is to be able to stop the other team and then score. That's how you get that average out.
And you know what? You must have noticed about Draymond Green. He's a very good. He's a vocalist on court.
Oh yeah.
He's vocal about everything. He is an emotional guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So anyone who's listening to this podcast right now, in India also there's scope for role players. 100%.
Any day. So
अपने idols choose करो according to your game. It's not necessary if you're not able to make a proper offense. There are more ways to get into the team. Be a role player, be a defensive guy.
Even if you understand, for example, the system, even if you understand where you need to be, if you set screens, if you can't score, you can get rebounds, you can help defense. There's so many aspects to the game. It's not just scoring. Scoring is a good thing, but it won't get you anywhere. In the sense, if you're just doing that, it won't get you anywhere. If you can set good screens, if you know where to be, at what time, when you need to cut, when you need to space out, if you know the spacing of the court, if you know when to help on defense, what kind of help defense you need to do, you understand what the coach is asking you to do. There are a lot of factors. It's not just scoring. And there are roles. You see people on the bench who were starting five. They're starting five because they played well, this, that, everything is there. but the people on the bench matter even more. Because when someone makes a mistake in the starting five, coach is looking this way at the bench, that who is my go-to guy who can change the game. There are players who come out from the bench and perform in a way which changes the whole dynamics of the game. They
Yeah.
change the whole game. There is no such thing as if you're on the bench or a bad player or someone is better than you. The main thing is you need to see what you're good at and do that. Comparing yourself with someone else and then looking at you that you don't have that is the biggest mistake you can do. If you focus on what you have and what you're capable of and how you can enhance it, you'll get better. You'll get more minutes and you'll be more focused. Right now, the problem is whoever's benched starts thinking, oh, they're not focused on themselves, they're focused on the other guy in their own team that he is getting more minutes. I'm on the bench. I mean, the coach thinks I can't play. All these negative talks to themselves ruins their game. Instead of clapping for the team, encouraging their players who are playing, everything is about them. If you are on the bench, first of all, you're there for a reason, and there is a role that you have that you need to do.
अच्छा, टेल मी दिस थिंग, मैंने सुना है कि इंडिया की प्रैक्टिस बहुत ही मतलब बहुत तगड़ी होती है. आई मीन फॉर समवन हु इज लुकिंग अप टू प्ले इंडिया कैंप और इंडियन टीम,
Yeah.
tell us about how the practices are and what kind of mentality कैसी होनी चाहिए अगर तुम्हें इंडियन बास्केटबॉल में जाना है.
So, in terms of once you get there, you have to be mentally really strong. In the sense that you're on the court. Like I said, जो majority of the Indian system basketball नहीं खेलता. अब maybe they might be now understanding how it is, but elite level पे it's system. So now when they come and if they haven't played system basketball, first they need to be a quick learner to be able to understand everything. And while doing that, they need to be physically so fit that they can take tolls. It's like a war. You have to survive.
How does a camp look like? I mean, camp में क्या क्या होता है?
नहीं, like it's fun. Camp is fun and the training is rigorous. The training is rigorous, but it makes you better at the end of the day.
मजा आता है.
मजा आता है. मतलब it's like, I'll give you an example. लगभग 10 crore people खेलते होंगे basketball. Approx. I mean, इतनी बड़ी country है.
Right.
I'm taking a small number. In that 6 to 7, 8 lakhs are the guys who are playing senior national, playing at a good level, elite level. Out of that, top 30 people come into the camp, senior national camp. Out of that 30, 12 make the team. So 30 में top के top player आ रहे हैं, and then you're competing against each other, going at it. Every single session, even if it's just shoot around, even if it's, some plays, even if it's drills, you want to be the best. Like in the sense कि तुम scoring भी करना चाहते हो, defense भी पूरी जान लगा रहे हो, यहाँ भी जान लगा रहे हो. It takes a different kind of mentality to be there and do all that workout, because you're going against the top 30 in the country, and that top 30 उसमें से 12 ही जाते हैं. तो 10 करोड़ में से 12 लोग सेलेक्ट हो रहे हैं. The ratio is point something. So उसमें जब तुम 30 में आते हो, there is a urge that I'll give my best. Naturally, now I made it this far, I have to give my best to get on the team. तो सब जो ऑलरेडी हैं उन्हें compete करना ही पड़ता है जो फ्रेश आया है उनसे. एंड जो फ्रेश हैं, they seek the help of the guys who are already there because they understand the system. So whoever can reciprocate first, whoever is vocal enough, whoever is, doing, they are a good player, they can do their skills and everything. But whoever is doing other things which support that makes it.
Well, I mean, this was very insightful about Indian basketball. I guess बहुत सारे प्लेयर्स होंगे जो इमेजिन भी नहीं कर पाते होंगे कि इंडिया कैंप में होता क्या होगा, इंडिया कैंप कैसा होगा यार, अगर हम जाएंगे तो क्या करना पड़ेगा, उस टाइप का. वेरी इंसाइटफुल.
नहीं, for sure.
What I'll just have a very quick fun round with you right now. Okay, so Okay, just name your starting five, dream starting five, and you can include any retired player and current player from India.
You put me in trouble. I'll have to go with Amjot
Wow.
for sure.
Hmm.
Brigonshi भैया.
Hmm.
Current भी बोला ना?
हाँ चलेगा.
बहुत है यार.
Or we can move on to the next question.
बहुत है. बहुत है.
Next question is, out of those five, who is the, very tough to defend? Very tough to defend out of those starting five you just thought about.
Amjot for sure.
Very tough to defend.
I mean, he was in the G League. You can't take that away from him. And he wasn't there just cause. He played there for years. And he is a guy who's I think 6'8".
Yeah.
He can
Tall guy.
he can pass like a point guard. He can shoot like a shooter. He can also post up on you. He dunks on you.
Yeah.
He facilitates the game. So he does pretty much everything from 1 to 5. So it's hard to guard a guy who understands the system and who dictates the game and scores as well when he wants.
And okay, so let's move on to the next question. Who's in India, in general, who's the best trash talker you've ever seen?
I mean, no one I know.
In a good way, not meaning any harm.
I mean, I'll say this much: that usually people don't trash talk. Anywhere I played in India, it's just one guy. There's one guy, he trash talks whenever, wherever, at all times, and that's my guy, Dhruv.
Dhruv
Burman.
I guess that.
This guy be trash talking for no reason. No reason. He just gets you up. He just gets you up for no reason. So you know how we do those pickups in DDA.
Yeah.
So these are runs where the best of best come and like we play. Now he starts his trash talk for no reason. Now it gets the other guy going like, "मेरे को कैसे बोल दिया ये?" It's just fun, man. Playing, he has a different vibe. He's like,
he's a brother to all ballers.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's fun playing with. I don't know if you know, he is graduated from my high school.
Oh.
We had the same high school.
Oh.
So he's like my senior.
Nice.
High school. So I even played with him this street ball league or something which happened in
Mumbai.
2019.
Yeah.
So we played together, and he's seen me progress. We played together and everything. And again, we played recently. Same. It's like we can play anytime, anywhere.
Okay. So moving on, what's your go-to routine before the game?
Oh, you want the juice?
Yes.
It's my secret sauce, bro.
Spill it out.
Nah, secret sauce ain't coming out.
All right. What's your favorite meal of the day?
It's breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Wow.
Because when you train 2 times or 3 times a day, right?
Yeah.
Every time you go and have your meal, you'll be so hungry that you'll just gobble up anything you want. I mean, obviously healthy, nutritious सब है, but all 3 meals मन लग के पूरा खाते हो. कुछ वो नहीं होता कि ये नहीं खाना आज.
All right.
You eat what you want.
All right, Ulhas, that was very lovely talking to you. And
Same here,
I
same
hope everyone, this podcast was very insightful for you and you gained a ton of knowledge. And thank you again, Ulhas, for coming to this podcast right now and sharing this beautiful and, so much information with the audience.
Anytime.
You just didn't tell us your secret sauce. So
Sauce.
I'll wait for you.
See, the secret sauce, I won't give it because when I play, things get saucy.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot for joining in. I'll see you in the next episode. Till then, peace out.